Welcome to Class 10 Insight. In today's class, we are here with a motivational video, the most requested video from many of our students, especially my offline students. So I felt that it is the most important thing that has to be shared with all the students who are ready to appear for your exams, because the whole year efforts, you will have to put it in a format way in just a span of 3 hours, which will be deciding your future. This is one of the main stepping stone which will help you to come up in life with flying colors. This is the stage which will make you feel proud of your own self. This is the stage which will give you a platform or give you a chance to prove yourself. Because the evaluator who will be checking your paper will never know who you are, you're from which school, what is your academic performance throughout your life. That is, might be for 10 years or 13 years of schooling during this period. Many of you would have experienced that. So, whatever you tag yourself as a topper, as an average student, above average student, or below average student, it is irrespective of that. All of you are unique in your own way. Yes, children, the people are unique in your own way. You will do your best and leave the rest. The result is not at all in your hands, but it's your time to give your best, to give your 100%. So hope you have all prepared and you're already ready for the exam. Now it's time how you are going to plan your paper when you're sitting in the examination hall. So let me be brisk in that. So when you are in the examination hall, you very well know that you will not be sitting in your regular classroom, your regular school, or the regular place which you are used to. That is the first challenge every student who is facing the public exam. This is the first thing you have to get adjusted. The new environment, it should not disturb your performance. It should not disturb your thoughts when you're writing the exam. Yes, you will stay to yourself. At the same time, you will be alert too. So in the examination hall, it is you with your question paper and your answer booklet. So you will be alert so that somebody else who is doing the malpractice, you are not affected by that. So be alert when you are given 15 minutes before that. So you can see here, this is how the answer booklet will be. Be very careful while filling these details. Be in the examination center at least half an hour before. Even though it is very nearby or it is far or you know the exam center very well, please see to that in a disciplined way you are at the center half an hour early. Keep your hall ticket, keep an extra set of pen and pencil or your stationaries. Never forget to keep an extra hall ticket with you also. Then when the question paper is given and you will be allotted 15 minutes of time, which you will decide how the next 3 hours will be used, how you are going to frame your answers, the way you are going to present your paper, that will be decided. That should be planned in these 15 minutes. Suppose you have mains where you feel the section A is easy, write it first. Suppose you feel section C is easy, write section C first. Then go to the next question. Then go to the next section, no issues. But keep one thing in mind and don't mix up the sections. Suppose you start section C as first, try to complete all the questions, then go to the next section. Suppose you feel any question is difficult which needs more time, you can keep it for the last. So all this has to be decided in these 15 minutes. Many children or many students find it difficult to finish the paper within the given time. It is due to this. That 15 minutes of time, the children who cannot utilize that efficiently will not be able to use the next 3 hours effectively. So please plan your paper in these 15 minutes because you will be knowing what the paper is all about. So and also you will be knowing which are the questions you can attend first, and you can save more time for the questions which needs you to think more. And make sure that you will not mark anything on the question paper. since you are attending the public exam, and the evaluator also and squads will be there. Even they don't know what student you are, you're from which background. Irrespective of that, everyone are on their toes to stop the malpractice. So keep this in mind. Then after planning the paper, suppose you have any choice, be careful which question you will be attending and which question you will not attend. Suppose you know both the answers, the one which you know the best, write it first. After checking, after completing the whole paper, if at all you have time, you can write that extra question at the last. So whichever question or whichever answer is more appropriate, whichever answer gets the more score, that will be awarded and that will be taken into account for totaling. And one main confusion you people go through, suppose it is irrespective of the subject. For example, let us imagine you have a choice in 33rd question. Suppose it has sub question like A and B, or then again we have a sub question for A and B. So this is how the question will be. You are supposed to write any one of these. Many students, most of them, what do? Both the questions are for 33 only, hence there will be no number for this optional question. You should know that. Then there will be a 34th question. Then the series goes on. Now suppose there is an option over here. Most of the students, what they do? They attend this question. Then in the same question where we have a choice, they write B question from here. You will be awarded marks only for one question, either for this or for this. You should be very careful. This is the mistake many of the students do. And even when you check the paper, after finishing the exam, we all have the habit of checking whether the answers written, is it right or wrong. We go through the paper and check whether we have attended all the questions. When you cross check this, you will not come to know because you have not read the question paper properly. This is the major thing happening in many cases. So 33A, 33B is correct, but you have written which is there here, one for option. And what happens? Yes, as per the key answers and as per the rules, since it is a choice question, you will be awarded marks either for this or for this. And suppose the weightage is for 4 marks, 2 marks each, you will be awarded with only 2 marks in spite of answering both questions which are for 4 marks. So you have to be very careful with that. And later on, the worst part is you feel very bad after you realize you have done this mistake, and you will be knowing even this answer as well as the sub question B for the 33rd question which was given as an option. So this is the worst case. So please be careful when you are attending the choice question. This is the most important point you will have to keep in mind, and you have to be alert at the same time. Suppose it is a language paper. You will be having essays. You will have to write essay, or you will be having picture comprehension. Children, keep one thing in mind. All these things will be given in language paper to check your language skills, to check your vocabulary, and also your presence of mind. Handwriting also plays an important role. So these are the things we will be judging, but there will be no extra marks for your handwriting, but it has to be legible. Then in these concepts, when you read the question paper, in those 15 minutes time, to the topic, whatever, irrespective of the language, it could be English, Kannada, Hindi, Sanskrit, whichever language paper, the general topic which has been given, you have to relate it to the current affairs. It will definitely improve the quality of your essay. This is where your essay or your comprehension stands out. Means you're thinking outside the box, where you'll be linking them with the current affairs. So if you have a thought flow in your mind as you're reading this, so that thought flow will definitely help you to go on building up your essay with a very good information. And please always see to that when you're writing those kind of contents where you have your own thoughts to be put in, you will stick on to the topic given. See to that you don't write it out of the topic, because chances of losing marks is more over there. So be very careful in that. Suppose you are involved in physics or mathematics paper where mathematical calculations are involved. Suppose you are going to use the working column, you would have done the main working here, and you will be using the working column here. Let us imagine you will be using some calculation such as 32 into 3, something like that. So you will be getting it as 96. So you will have to use 96 here in the main calculation. In the flow, in a hurry, or due to absent-minded, you might write it as 69 followed by the calculation, which will lead you to the wrong answer. So please be careful. This happens in many of the cases. Due to loss of concentration, you get deviated. So these are the silly mistakes many of the students make. So when you are using working column also, which is a must, when you are using working column also, you have to be very careful. And at the last, the main thing is you will have to mention the question number and the main number. Please don't forget to do this. So wherever you can write whichever question you have a doubt, you can attend it at the last, or you can attend the last question in the beginning. So it has value only if you mention the main number and the question number. Whenever you are writing diagrams, please see to that you label the parts. Without labeling, the diagram has no value. Don't get disturbed with the new classroom environment, whether it is comfortable or whether you are feeling somewhat, you might feel it's a new place. It's not just for you. Lakhs of students are writing in different school, in different centers. You're one among them, and this is the opportunity to prove yourself and to test your own ability. So students, hope this short video has helped you to avoid mistakes, stay alert and be confident. Do well in your exams. Do your best and leave the rest.